Hey guys, and welcome to the Triple Day Show with your host, me, Triple Day. This is episode 5 of Series 7. Alright, so I've got CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, and other stuff to get through. Alright, so here we go. First off is a band that I had to complete their studio discography of, and I only needed this album to complete their entire studio discography. I'm of course talking about Disturbed, and I got their album Believe, but this is the Australian tour limited edition. So it comes with a live CD that songs which were never sung in Australia. It says here previously unreleased in Australia. So that's that. And that was the album that I needed to complete Disturbed's studio discography, and now I have got every single last one of them until they make a new one. Alright, next I got a compilation of Disturbed, yeah, and I got The Lost Children, yep, and as you can see there, it's a compilation with rarities and B-sides. So anything that was not put onto the studio albums, it was put on to this compilation album, or could be put onto any of the compilation albums. So yeah, Stubbs, The Lost Children. Alright, next I got two albums of this band. I got Iron Maiden's album Somewhere in Time. I actually picked this up yesterday, so I just wanted to actually get some Iron Maiden to add it to my collection. And I think I'm actually close to actually completing their studio discography. So, yeah, that's that. Alright, and last out the CDs, I got Iron Maiden's latest album, Book of Souls. Yep, I was actually told that this album is not as good as The Final Frontier. I haven't listened to it yet. I've been told that, but I will be listening to it. And it's two CDs. There's one. So if I can get this open, and there's two. So yeah. I kind of enjoy that. Alright, next is the DVDs, and I've got a shitload to get through. There's feature films and box sets that are in here. So obviously enough, let's get to it. Alright, first one, I was actually given this DVD from my mom's next door neighbour. So she gave me Dodgeball with Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn Gogh in it. Yeah, I've actually seen this movie once, but honestly enough, I will watch it again to give you my full honest opinion about it. Alright, next is a film which I do love, and there is a sequel to this film, but I haven't even seen it yet. But I've seen bits of the sequel, and it's, trust me, it's not as good as what the first one is. So I got Hoodwinked. The reason why I like this film for is because I saw the trailer for it, and when it came to the bit like with the two, I think it's turtles or tortoises, like when they're actually on the grass, and then all of a sudden like the tree just falls down, and then it just shouts, "Run!" And then they just like running slowly, and then you're like, oh my god. And then you're like, oh my god, this is so funny. I've definitely got to go and see that film. Watched it, loved it. Alright, next is, this is the original. This is the original one because I've got the remake, but this is the original. I found it in CEX for 75 pence, and you can't go wrong with that. Got the original House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price and Carol Ormond in it. And yes, this film is actually from the 1950s. It says here in the back, filmed in black and white, 1958. So, yeah, I haven't even watched it yet, but when I give them a watch, honestly enough, I'll compare it to the remake. I'll compare it. That's all that I will say to that. Alright, next, I got a Roald Dahl film. And this is by far more one of the classic films that has been released out. An amazing book as well. I've read the book and I watched the film and my god, it just blew me away. I got Roald Dahl's James and the Giant Peach. Yeah. Love this film. I love it. Just love it. It's amazing. Alright, next, this is a film like it's actually from a game, like from like a video game series out for the PlayStation, and I played the games. I absolutely love the games. Oh my god, it's just amazing the games are. I mean, like there's so many sequels of this game, and then you just can't keep count. You just can't keep track of them. Like you play them, and then you're like, is there going to be a sequel out? Yes, there's a sequel. Another one. Yeah, another one. Another one. It just keeps on coming out. But when I heard about this coming out on the film, I was immediately thinking to myself, nah, I'm really gotta see this to actually judge on it fully. Watched it, loved it, just loved it. I'm of course talking about Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, when I heard that this game series was actually getting turned into a movie, I was immediately saying to myself, could it be crap or could it be good? Because we all know that from game to film adaptations, normally they're rubbish if you don't do them correctly. This is one of the films which you actually can do right. The only thing that I will say is they didn't get the original voice actor to do Chairman Drek from the first Ratchet and Clank game. And honestly enough, Sylvester Stallone doing the voice of Captain Quark, it's pretty good. It's really damn good. It's a really good film. Alright, next is a film which I went to the cinema to see because I won it on a competition. I took me and a couple of friends with us. We watched the film. By God, it was funny. It was funny. Bought it on DVD for only $2.99 down at HMV. Kind of good price actually, but that's only when you buy something. You have to buy something to actually get it at that price. So, but got it again, watched it again, loved it. Spy. Yep, I got this movie Spy. When I first heard of this, I thought yeah, because Jason Statham is in it. That's Jason Statham. When he was in it, I thought myself, yep, Jason Statham's in it. I like him because he's a badass. He can actually play that off. But it wasn't all about him. Jason Statham's character wasn't even that much entertaining as Melissa McCarthy. Honestly enough, she was funny as hell. There's one part of that movie where she gets absolutely pissed off like mad, and you can't. You can just laugh. You can just laugh. That's all you can do. Alright, next I got this movie. Well, not this movie. TV series yesterday. It's actually from the Cartoon Network, and it's a compilation of their programs that they used to. Well, they still feature them, but honestly enough, they're not as good as what they used to be beforehand. I'm of course talking about Cartoon Network's Toon Fooly, and Fool About Laughing. That's what it's called. And there's amazing cartoons which are actually on the back here, which I loved when I was a child. When I was watching them, I just fell in love with them. And I'll read them out to you. There's cartoons like Johnny Bravo, The Powerpuff Girls, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Cow and Chicken, Ed, and Eddie, Dexter's Laboratory, and Codename Kids Next Door. Honestly enough, it just fell onto the floor. Fuck it. Anyway, love it. Alright, next is a TV series which is like on its way to like going downhill because the jokes are not that funny anymore. They're not as funny as what they used to be beforehand. So yeah, but I got this series because it stopped at like a certain series. Like it stopped getting more funnier. I got Family Guy, and this is season 9, and yeah, as you can see right there, it is season 9. I think it like stopped like after season 10 or season 11, because after season 11 was done, it just stopped being funny or whatsoever. It just stopped. Seth MacFarlane, you're a really good talented guy who like creates stuff and a talented good voice actor, but just no more Family Guy, please. No more. I think it's dying down enough, in my own opinion. Alright, next, I got 5 seasons of this MTV show. Like, I used to watch this all the time when it came on the BBC Two. So yeah, I got The Simpsons. I got season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, and last, season 5. I really want to get my hands on season 6 because they've got one 3 Years of Horror episode in there which I absolutely love, and it's their parody of The Shining, which they call The Shinning. Obviously not, but I heard that Simpsons doing a parody of The Shining called The Shinning. I do love that episode. I love it. I just love the way that it's done. Alright, next is the Blu-rays. I've got a shitload to get through. So, first off, let's get to it then. I got Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness, but it says on here Bruce Campbell versus Army of Darkness. But we all know that this is the 3rd Evil Dead movie. And honestly enough, this is the end to like Sam Raimi's Evil Dead trilogy. But he wasn't an exclusive producer to the latest one, Dan. Anyway, next up I got another good film. Oh, this is the best Marvel film in my own opinion, the best one that I've seen. The Avengers. Obviously not the first Avengers is the best one because it was so good and so funny that you could just watch it. Cinemas to see it. Loved it so much it deserved to be seen a second time. So yeah, honestly enough, amazing. Just can't believe that Robert Downey Jr. is gonna leave as Iron Man. Alright, next. I got this film yesterday, and I saw it last night, and it's actually pretty good. It's not pretty good. Very funny, actually. I got Central Intelligence starring Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but as he just likes to be called on here, Dwayne Johnson. But we all know he's The Rock. But that's in WWE, to be honest with you. Central Intelligence, actually pretty funny. Why didn't I actually go to the cinema to see this when it came out? I just can't explain myself. Like, why didn't I do that? Damn it. Alright, next, I got the film Donnie Darko. Yep, the original one. Now, when I was actually going to a party at a friend's, and I dressed up like Stitch, because I got a Stitch onesie. Somebody actually told me that I actually looked like that bunny from Donnie Darko. And I thought, like, how can you get confused between Stitch and Donnie Darko? So I actually bought the film and I actually loved it, but I dressed up like it's the Frankie Bunny character as from Donnie Darko. And by God, so amazing, such a good film. Alright, next I got, this is the remake, sequel, whatever you want to call it, Evil Dead. Yep, some people call it the remake, some people call it the sequel, I don't know. But you know what, I'm going to go with sequel. I'm not going to go with remake because honestly enough, it says on here that it's based off Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. And honestly enough, I just, God, this is a good way to do a horror film. It's actually really good. Call it the sequel, remake, whatever. Right, next, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but don't hate me for this, guys. G.I. Joe, right? G.I. Joe Retaliation. Nearly said right as the cover there, but Retaliation. Starring The Rock again. Obviously enough, this is an average sequel to Rise of the Cobra, but it's, in other words, it's a good film to actually watch. Down goes on the floor again. Alright, next is one of my favourite comedians of all time. I really do love this guy, but it's sad that he retired. Lee Evans, Roadrunner Tour. Yeah, I've actually been to see this one at the Newcastle Metro Radio Arena, and I saw the other one, which is big, at the Metro Radio Arena. But I will honestly enough get the other Lee Evans on Blu-rays. That's if they do put them on Blu-rays. Alright, next I got the last and final film to feature Robin Williams in there. R.I.P. Yep, I'm of course talking about Night at the Museum 3. A lot of people actually don't like this one. But you know what, in my own opinion, I actually did like this one. I didn't prefer to the other two because all three movies are actually really good. None of them are actually bad. So I don't know why this film gets some hatred for it. I don't see what the problem is. It was actually a pretty decent trilogy. Alright, next I got Get to the Chopper. This isn't Predator 1, it's Predator 2, starring Danny Glover in it. Damn. Yep, I got the sequel to Predator. Obviously enough, my own honest opinion, I prefer the first Predator compared to this one. Because the way that this one is set in a city, rather than being in a jungle, it's a pretty average film, but it's not as good as the first one. Alright, next I got the RoboCop trilogy. Obviously enough, yep, I'm talking about the original one. This is in here, not the remake one that we got in 2014. I'm not getting that one because honestly enough, I saw bits of it and it doesn't even look as good. As the original one, because the original one is actually very, very good, and I did love it. Alright, next is another from game to film adaptation, one which I love, and by God, it's so good the way that it was done. I got Silent Hill. Yep, Silent Hill. I do, honestly enough, I love this film. It is so amazing. Even though some people actually say, it's an average film. It's an average film to game, from game to film adaptation. But yeah, it's actually really that decent. Alright, next is, oh my god, one of the best sequels that have came out in Marvel history, Spider-Man 2. Yep, honestly enough, this is how you're supposed to do a Marvel sequel. You're supposed to do it the right way and not the wrong way. If you don't believe me, then think of the Iron Man films. Iron Man 1 was fantastic. Iron Man 2, not so good. Spider-Man 1, really good. Spider-Man 2, however, really, really good. And of course, I got the third one, Spider-Man 3. Honestly enough, Spider-Man 3 is not good as the second one is. but the reason why that is because they put Venom in too late. Like, sort of like near the end of the movie, they brought Venom in, and they should have brought him in a little bit earlier, but Sam Raimi, I think he was under a lot of pressure to actually get Venom out, but that was that. Alright, next is, oh my god, one of the best action sequels that can ever come out, and directed by one of the best directors, in my own opinion, ever. And plus, it was written by him as well. I'm of course talking about Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and this is the Skynet edition. And the director that I'm saying, James Cameron. Yep, James Cameron, the guy who directed the sequel to Alien, Titanic, and Avatar, just to name a few movies that he done. Yep, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Oh my god, it's a fantastic sequel. It's the best one to come out so far. The best one to come out, and no other movie has done a sequel like that. And my camera's auto-focusing for some reason. Alright, and last, I haven't seen this movie, but I've been hearing a load of great things about it. And by me great things, I mean a lot of great things. I'm of course talking about The King's Speech. Yep, The King's Speech. Honestly enough, yeah, I've been hearing a lot of great things about it, so I can't actually wait to actually watch that. And that's that. Alright, next I got Sum Sums. Next we're moving on to Sum Sums. So yeah, I've got a load to go through, and these are in no particular order as well, so we'll just go through with them. Alright, first I got the Queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and yeah, she looks well detailed and all that sort of stuff. Even though my mom has actually been saying they don't actually look like the characters from the films, but you gotta admit, those are actually hard to actually do to get them accurate. Alright, next I got Fozzie Bear from the Muppets. Yep, Fozzie Bear. Honestly enough, I do love the Muppets, but he's not my favourite character from the Muppets. Alright, next we got Gonzo from the Muppets. Yep, honestly enough, Gonzo, it's Gonzo, what can I say? He's actually pretty good. Alright, next we got, I was actually told that this is actually the dragon version of it. So yeah, I got the dragon version of Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. And honestly enough, Maleficent is one of my favourite villains from the film Sleeping Beauty. The way that she turns into the dragon in the end, amazing. Just amazing. Alright, next we got Genie Jafar. Yep, Genie Jafar from Aladdin. Like, and when he turns into it, and then you've got the sequel to that, which is Return of Jafar. But honestly enough, I do like him a lot. The way that they captured him and everything, it's pretty amazing. Alright, next we got Miss Piggy from the Muppets. Yep, Miss Piggy. My god, she is a diva. Alright, next we got Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Yep, I don't need to say anything about Ursula, because she is a great villain as well. All these are great villains, and great Muppet characters. Yeah, that's it, I got... Damn, auto camera, will you stop auto-focusing, man, for goodness sake. There you go. Alright, next I got Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. Yep. Cruella de Vil. Very good villain. Very good villain. Alright, next I got the chef from the Muppets. And I can't remember his name. He's actually got him a name, but I don't know his name, to be honest with you. And that's that. So, oi, camera's auto-focusing all the time. I really do apologise for this. Alright, next we got Kermit the Frog here. That's my Kermit the Frog impression. Might not be as good, but it's alright. Miss Piggy! Miss Piggy! Yep. Alright, next we got I think it's the evil stepmother from it's the evil stepmother from Cinderella. And yeah. So that's that. Pretty good film. Alright, next, I don't know who this character actually is. I'm actually forgetting his name, but that's that. I got the villain from Princess and the Frog. Yep, from Disney's 49th classic, Princess and the Frog. So yeah, honestly enough, and he said he's got friends on the other side, which basically means hell or underworld or whatever you call it. Alright, next we got the dog from the Muppets. So yeah, it's just the dog. I don't know his name. Well, don't know his name. I know some of the Muppets, but I don't know all of the Muppets. So yeah, so that's that. Alright, next I got Maleficent. This is in her original form before she turns into that dragon. Honestly enough, Maleficent is as I said before, is my favourite villain from Sleeping Beauty. I haven't seen the live action version of it, but I will get it and I will watch it. Alright, and last, we come to my favourite character from the Muppets. Honestly enough, he's my favourite by far more. I got Animal from the Muppets. Animal is my favourite character because the way that he plays the drums and all that, the way that he goes like mental with all those sort of stuff. It's just, how can you not love the guy? How can you not love him? He's just an amazing guy, apart from those two that just sit up in the balcony just complaining about everything. Them guys are awesome as well. But they didn't do them in some form. They should do. They should. Alright, last out of the other stuff, I got 2 annuals. Yep, so here we go. I got Star Wars 2005's annual. This has comics that are in it. I think they are set like in between episodes, the way that the comics are actually written out on this one. But that's that. Alright, and last I got 2007 Star Wars annual, but this is like a flip one. So it's like 2 sides, because you got the light side, which is the Jedi, and you got the dark side version of it. Just to prove that it is. Look at that all working there. You got that one, and you got that one there. So which is like, I think that's Obi-Wan. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin Skywalker. Star Wars Episode 3, the best prequel to ever come out for a series. Alright, well that has been the Triple D Show, Episode 5 of Series 7. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and peace!